Welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, December 10th, 2015. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks has a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as always, we start our videos off with a 2-year weekly chart of the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for overall market health, strength, and direction. And because we never want to put a new chart forward to our viewers unless we're putting it forward in a rising market environment. So as regular viewers well know, we've been keeping an eye on this blue channel line that the Russell traded in through much of 2014. Had a breakout to the upside in 2015, sold off and came right down to the bottom of the channel, and we've been trading in this sideways choppy pattern ever since. So at Chart of the Day Cafe, I'm not going to put a new chart forward until price gets up and over this blue band and this uptrend is more established. Whether or not it is an uptrend or not, it's like 8 days slightly ticking up, but we're at a very strong area of resistance on all of the indexes. So with price below the blue line, I will not be putting a new chart forward today, but I do want to flag a couple of old Chart of the Day Cafe picks for you in the event that the market does pick up from here. I'm going to move it away from the 2-year weekly chart of the Russell to the 9-month daily so you can really see we're sitting in an area of support on the daily, making this double bottom kind of formation. Will it pick up from here and move higher? Who knows? I'm filming this at about 8:30 on Thursday morning. The futures are kind of fluctuating between green and red, so it'll be an interesting day to see what happens. But that's the look on the daily. Same thing with the S&P. It hasn't broken that prior low yet, and the Dow. So interesting areas here. So we'll see if we can break through. If we do go higher here, it's going to have to be something really interesting to get it up and over this area that has been resistance for look how long. Wow. long time. So with that, I will go to the charts I wanted to flag for you today. The first one is Nordic American Tanker. Let's go to the 9-month daily chart. This is one that we put forward on November 10th. It's up and over that blue 8-day EMA. So if you want to my eyes anyway, and you know me at Chart of the Day Cafe, never making a recommendation, just a heads up on a good looking chart. So if you do a little wedge pattern here, you can see that it had a breakout. So there you go, right there. That would be the candle that would mark the move for me, and you can really establish a nice, let's look at it on a 3-month. Love that. I know you guys all have your own way of doing things, but for me it's all about the 8-day EMA and price being up and over the 8-day. This is the one that also pays the really nice dividend. I think it's 9 or 10%. Really like Nordic American Tanker. The other one I wanted to flag for you to keep an eye on, an old Chart of the Day Cafe pick, Disney. We put this forward on August 18th of this year. This is the weekly. I want you to note on the weekly chart that it consolidated here, my orange line of support, for a very long time, moved up and over, and then we had that ugly sell-off that we all remember this summer. Established this bottom, moved up and over the blue line, and we're right in an interesting area right here, right now. So we're looking at the weekly chart. I'm going to move it away to the 9-month daily so you can really see this. If the market picks up here and Disney has a positive day, it's one I would really keep an eye on. I double checked the numbers on it this morning because at Chart of the Day Cafe it's all about value and growth. So value scores on Disney are still there. Currently trading at 111.47 but worth 133.24. So nice high value score. Forecasted earnings growth rate of 15%, a PE of 19.69. A dividend yield of 1.27%, a history of growing their dividend. So their dividend growth rate is 17%, so higher than the norm. And the sales growth over the last year was 9%. But the catalyst for Disney is the new movie coming out, right? The Star Wars movie. So should the markets lift here, I would be keeping a close eye on Disney. You know me, I'm not making any recommendations. It's all about the blue line. So when price moves up and over that blue 8-day EMA, interested. When it closes below, not interested, or moves below. I got this 8-day EMA from the Burlington Vector Vest user group leader, Petra Haas. It's a great guide. I really like it. So whether you use the 8-day or your own moving average, I think it's a great guideline. I also wanted to put in front of you, this is really funny. Here's what was most talked about. This is from the Huffington Post in relation to Disney. An article that was tweeted out this morning. Here's what we talked about most on Facebook in 2015. Most talked about topics in the US, number 4, Star Wars. Wow. Globally, not on the list, but most talked about movies globally, Star Wars number 1. So that's kind of interesting. The other thing I wanted to flag for you this morning is instead of emailing these out individually, I am going to ask you to go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe because it's a whole lot easier. So I wanted to show you too, when I list a video on YouTube, I'm going to put, if you click this little note with the description below the video, so here's NetEase, we did that the other day. Here's the description that I put out with my videos. If you click this show more, it will illustrate the articles and any other thing that I mentioned with relation to the video. You'll find the links below. So that should make it easy. If there's something that you want me to do, like an improvement or something that you want me to clarify, put it in the comments below. I'm always looking for ways to improve these videos. Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Am I, spending too much time on some things and not too much enough on other things? Just let me know. So I'm traveling next week, so I may not be able to put out a video on Tuesday morning, but I will try to let you know in the morning whether it's coming out or not, depending on internet access. And with that, I will leave you. Have a great day and a great weekend. Thanks.